Okay, so everybody mute, and George, you have the floor.
Oh, so
Okay.
Patricia, you
I don't
need to
know if I'm
mute.
muted, but if I'm not muted, please mute me.
If someone else is on a phone or something and is not muted either. Okay.
Now, Patricia's muted now.
Okay. Um, this is. I'm going to do a song written by Howard Housey and James Webb called Old Slewfoot in G. High on the mountain, tell me what do you see? Bear tracks, looking back at me. Better get your rifle, boy, before it's too late, 'cause the bear's got a little pig and headed through the gate. He's big around the middle and he's wide across the rump, running 90 miles an hour and taking 30 feet a jump. Ain't never been caught, he ain't never been treed. Some folks say he looks a lot like me. I saved up my money and I bought me some bees, and they started making honey way up in the trees. Cut down the trees, but my honey is all gone. Old Slewfoot has done made himself at home. He's big around the middle and he's broad across the rump, running 90 miles an hour, taking 30 feet a jump. He ain't never been caught, he ain't never been treed, and some folks say he looks a lot like me. Winter's coming on and it's 20 below, and the river's froze over, so where can he go? We'll chase him up the gully, then we'll run him in the well, and shoot him in the bottom just to listen to him yell. He's big around the middle and he's broad across the rump, running 90 miles an hour, taking 30 feet a jump. Ain't never been caught, he ain't never been treed, and some folks say he looks a lot like me. Thank you.
Thank you, George. Thank you so much. Here we
I
go
don't
to
want to
Harvey.
video, but I want at least
What are we
people to
frozen?
be able to see.
All right, could do a Patrick Sky song. I've not will walk this world around, another city, another town, another friend to say goodbye, another girl to sit and cry, and it's many miles I've spent on this road, it's many a mile I have gone. Well, there was one who knew me best. You know she gave my poor heart rest. She was my world, my heart, my dear. But now she's gone to God knows where. And it's many miles I've spent on this road, it's many a mile I have. I've seen your towns, you know, they're all the same. The only difference is in the name. The only home I've ever known was a suitcase and the open road. And it's many miles I've spent on this road. It's many a mile I have gone. So I'll fill my glasses up to the brim, and through my glass my world looks to him. But I know outside there's light somewhere. Maybe my rambling will get me there. And it's many a mile I spent on this road. It's many a mile I have gone. It's many a mile I spent on this road. It's many a mile I will go.
Very nice.
Nice
Haven't
one.
heard that in a long time.
Beautiful, Harvey. Thank you so much.
Well done.
Okay, and now Maury is next, I believe. Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Maureen just came in. Now you see, it looks like you're upstate, but you're in a different room. You're not in the attic. Oh, see, there's heat where you are now.
Okay. There's not that much heat where I am, although there is heat in the apartment, but that's why I'm wearing a sweater on top. But okay. Today I'm going to sing two songs that are from westerns. One is from a western movie, and the first one I'm going to sing is from is the theme song of a western TV show that ran from 1955 to 1963, and that's the series Cheyenne with Clint Walker. But the music to the song was written by William Lava and the lyrics by Stan Jones. Okay, and I always like that song. It has kind of a mysterious tonality to it. Okay. And it's also about it tells a lot about his personality, that he was kind of a loner, and he moved from place to place. He never was in the same place 2 weeks in a row, and yeah. Anyway, so that's what the theme song is about. So here goes. Now I hope I sing it on the right key, because it's easy in this song to either go too low or too high, because it has a range. So I hope I find somewhere in the middle. Okay. Cheyenne, Cheyenne, where will you be camping tonight? Lonely man, Cheyenne, will your heart stay free and light? Dream, Cheyenne, of the girl you may never love. Move along, Cheyenne, like the restless clouds up above. Now it's a little high, so let me see if I can go lower. The wind that blows, that comes and goes, has been your only home. What will the wild wind one day cease, and you'll no longer roam? Move along, Cheyenne, next pasture's always so green. Drifting on, Cheyenne, don't forget the things you have seen. And when you will settle down, where will it be? Cheyenne, Cheyenne. That's it.
Wow.
You got it there.
I had such a crush on Clint Walker.
Brings back a lot of memories.
By the way, Robbie, where's Drew today? You usually keep tabs of him. On mute if you want to.
I don't think he's going to be able to come today. He felt very tired and not quite himself. So I think he's just resting, I hope.
Okay. He deserves it.
He does. He does.
Yeah. Okay. Next is Mike.
Yep. Yeah, this is another from that group from Newfoundland, but it's a fairly traditional song, and it's just a version. There's hundreds of different versions of this one. As I went out one morning fair to view the meadows round, there I spied a pretty fair girl come tripping o'er the ground, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away the running gear and go, boys, go." My father has a milk-white steed, he keeps it in the stall. It will not eat its hay or corn, will not go at all, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away the running gear and go, boys, go." I told my tale unto the maid, she laughed right in me face, so I took her to the horse's stall and put her in the horse's place, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away your running gear and go, boys, go." She said, "This is an awful thing to treat a maiden so. Take off the reins and halter, and into the sea I'll go, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away the running gear and go, boys, go." She dressed up in her Sunday best to meet me at the church, but the lugger sailed the night before and left me in the lurch, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away your running gear and go, boys, go." To my father's farm I can't go back, for fear she might be there, for the marriage game is not for me, to that I roundly swear, singing, "Blow your winds in the morning, blow your winds high oh, clear away your running gear and go, boys, go. Clear away your running gear and go, boys, go."
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. Now to Arizona, Bob Winkler.
Good to be here. Good to be here. I'm going to do a Dylan song. Okay, if I can get Murray to mute.
Oh, thank you.
And George to mute. Great. May God bless and keep you always. May your wishes all come true. May you always do for others and let others do for you. May you build a ladder to the stars and climb on every rung. May you stay forever young, forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. May you grow up to be righteous. May you grow up to be true. May you always know the truth and see the light surrounding you. May you always be courageous, stand upright and be strong. May you stay forever young. Forever young. Forever young. May you stay forever young. May your hands always be busy. May your feet always be swift. May you have a strong foundation when the winds of change shift. May your heart always be joyful. May your song always be sung. And may you stay forever young. Forever young, forever young. May you stay forever young. Bob Dylan.
Good job, Bob.
Nice job, Bob.
Very good.
Love the harmonica work.
That was beautifully sung.
Now over to Yorkshire, England, and Teresa.
Okay. This is. Oh. Somebody. That's better. No, it isn't. This is a version of a song that was collected in Gloucestershire, but it's a very well-known song. This was collected from a gypsy singer in the 1970s, and it's If I Were a Blackbird. When I were a young girl, my age was 16, I fell in love with some rakish young man. My friends, they did slight me, because he were poor. He's mine, bonny lad, that I'll ne'er see no more. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the ship that my true love sails in. There on the top rigging, I'd there build my nest, and lay my brown hair on his lily-white breast. If I were a scholard, I'd handle my pen, some love letters to my own true love I'd send, and in case I should meet him, I'd crown him with joy, and kiss the fair cheeks of my bold Irish boy. I've searched in the Highlands, I've searched everywhere, I've searched in the lowlands, but couldn't find him there. He may cast his eye on in some foreign shore. He's mine, bonny lad, that I'll ne'er see no more. If I were a blackbird, I'd whistle and sing. I'd follow the ship that my true love sailed in, and in the top rigging I'd there build my nest, and lay my brown hair on his lily white breast.
Hubba, hubba.
Very nice.
Thank you, beautiful. Beautiful song. Beautiful song. Now to New Jersey and Robbie.
Hello, everybody. I happened to pick up a tote bag, and in it I found a whole cache of songs I had written a long time ago. And fittingly, the title of this particular song is Lost to All Remembering, which I hope is not entirely the case, so I'm going to try to sing it. But it's also appropriate, I think, in a way, because it shows the transition sort of from the summer to the winter, the different emotional states. And it's all when I look in your eyes, see them lost to all remembering. What was born in my heart like the hot summer skies has grown cold in a bitter Decembering. Alas, has grown cold in a bitter Decembering. And it's all when I long for your smile and the laughter's warm embracing that was born in my heart like a hot summer's child. All the shadows of winter are chasing, alas, all the shadows of winter are chasing. And it's all when I think of your hands and the music they were playing that were warm on my breast as the hot summer sands. All the tides of surrender obeying, alas, all the tides of surrender obeying.
That's a beautiful song.
Very pretty. You write very well. You sing very well too.
Beautiful, Robbie.
Thanks, Debbie.
Okay, and now we go to Bob and Susan.
Hi, everybody. So, Pat, I hope you're recuperating well. Good to see you. And here's a nice sad song for you. When Steve Gillette and Tom Campbell wrote this song back in 1965, it was the glory days of folk music back then.
The great folk scare of the
Right.
60s.
But everybody thought, boy, that sounds like an old song, and I think that's some of the popularity that it got, so we're going to do a little Darcy Farrow.
Oh, that's pretty sweet.
Where the Walker runs down to Carson Valley plain. There lived a maiden, Darcy Farrow was her name, the daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she, the sweetest flower that blooms o'er the rain. Her voice was sweet as sugar candy, her touch was as soft as a bed of goose down. Her eyes shone bright just like the city lights that shine in the night out of Yarrington town. And she was courted by young Vanderveer, and quite handsome was he, as I hear. And he brought her rings and lacy things, and she promised to wed before the snow began to fall. But her pony did stumble and she did fall. Her dying touched the hearts of us one and all. Young Bandy in his pain put a bullet through his brain, and they buried them together as the snow began to fall. They sing of Darcy Farrow where the Truckee runs through. They sing of her beauty in Virginia City too. At dusty sundown to her name they drink around, and to young Vandy whose love was true, where the Walker runs down to the Carson Valley plain. There lived a maiden, Darcy Farrow was her name, the daughter of old Dundee, and a fair one was she, the sweetest flower that blooms o'er the rain.
Nice.
Well, I'm going to do two of my own songs today, and this first one I don't think I've ever played in public before. The only person who may have heard this song is Sal, because he judges the South Florida. I don't know why I'm having an echo.
Somebody's not muted.
Bob Walker? Anyway, Sal may have heard this because I think I entered it once in the South Florida folk writing contest there.
And I probably heard it too.
A little autobiographical kind of thing, a little bit like. My youth was filled with fun and games, and came the war and things had changed. We marched for freedom way back then, never thought we'd have to march again. I dated girls and wandered far, but I didn't know just where you are. You don't know love when comes along, but I knew it when we sang that song. All I have is this one song, a song of love for everyone. And kindness is the sweet refrain for hope and peace like summer rain. Like everyone, I have my faults. Swung on swings and somersaults. I didn't know when I grew up I'd have to deal with so much stuff. Somehow the years just pass on by. We love, we laugh, we mourn, we cry. Forgiving others and taking vows, believing that we get by somehow. All I have is this one song, a song of love for everyone. And kindness is the sweet refrain for hope and peace like summer rain. It seems this world is torn apart, with hate infecting many hearts. I don't know what I can do, but at least I know that I have you. And thank God for friends and this old guitar. They were there when times got hard. And I wrote the songs that eased my mind, though I thought I'd sing it one more time. All I have is this one song, a song of love for everyone. And kindness is the sweet refrain for hope and peace like summer rain. All I have is this one song, a song of love for everyone. Kindness is the sweet refrain for hope and peace like summer rain.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you, man. I really don't remember the song. It must have been years ago. Okay, Lonnie,
Yes, yes.
we're ready for you.
Thank you. This is the song at the end of the movie.
This is the song at the end of the movie, when the house lights go on, people go home, the plot's been resolved, it's all over. This is the day after the last sad goodbye that took so long. My true love is gone, she's left me alone, we're all over. And I am the man with his face in his hands, crying love forsaken. I'm left badly shaken. This is the letter she left by the stairwell. It seems so unreal, with words that could kill. I'll send you the bill when it's over. This is the song at the end of the movie when the house lights go on, people go home, the plot's been resolved, it's all over, it's all over.
Song at the end of the movie.
Haunting.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Now from Florida up to England and Kathleen.
Okay, hello everyone. Nice to see Pat there. Right, well, weather's not very nice here at the moment, so this sort of goes with the weather. I sang a song last week by Bernard Hoskin, who's an English local singer-songwriter to us, and this is another one of his, and it's called Winter Coat. I put on my winter coat to shield me from the icy chill. Without warning, seasons change, and bitter winds cut through me still. Falling leaves as they hit the ground die in silence, for they make no sound. No violin would play a note. I put on my winter coat. I wish I had a winter coat that I could wrap around my heart to keep the warm on colder days, so it won't freeze and break apart. All we see is flesh and bone. Beneath the skin we must live alone, a steady beat to keep afloat. I wish I had a winter coat. To wish for things is where sadness lies. The world is beautiful before your eyes. Life is a miracle for eternity. Look for peace in simply being. I put on my winter coat to shield me from the icy chill. Without warning, seasons change, and bitter winds cut through me still. Falling leaves as they hit the ground die in silence, for they make no sound. No violin would play a note. I put on my winter coat. I put on my winter coat. I put on my winter coat.
Very pretty.
Thank you. Thank you, Kathleen. So, half across the Atlantic again, back to New York City, and Debbie and Ron.
All right.
Well, we were
Hoping for the best because some crazy thing happened with our computer you saw after we signed on. Took a while to fix it, but so far so good. Glad to be here.
it's getting towards time to head back down to Florida, but now both of our cars are, one of them's ready to blow up, and the other one just won't start at all. So I'll have to think about Florida instead. Pat, I hope they're keeping you comfortable, and I hope you don't have to come home to a sink full of dishes.
Ever since the days of old, men would search for wealth untold. They dig for silver and for gold and leave the empty hole. And way down south in the Everglades, where the water rolls and the sunquest sways, the eagles fly and the otters play in the land of the Seminole. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. And blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy. Blow across the home of the Seminole, the alligators and the gulls. Congress came and took its toll in the name of flood control. They made their plans and they drained the land. Now the glades are going dry. The last time I walked in the swamp, I sat upon a cypress stump. I listened close and I heard the calls of Osceola cry. So blow, blow, Seminole wind, blow like you're never gonna blow again. I'm calling to you like a long lost friend, but I know who you are. So blow, blow from the Okeechobee all the way up to Micanopy. Blow like the home of the Seminole, the alligators and the gulls.
Interpretation. Thank you.
One more.
All right. Okay, so now I'm going to sing one. We go to another Zoom once a week, in mostly taking place out of New York, but we got people from all over, as we do here. And so there's some folks we've gotten friendly with who live upstate New York, near Rochester, in a little town called Macedon. And both of them write, so their names are Joe and Sherry, and Joe writes songs and Sherry writes songs.
Joe LeMay and Sherry Reese.
Yes. And so, all right, so Robbie and Doreen have heard these from those folks before. But anyway, we're going to do a couple of them now. We finally got around to learning their songs. Very lovely, very nice songwriters. All right, and what key am I in? Okay, this one is written by Sherry, and it's called Wildwood Flower Seeds. And I relate greatly to this song. Daddy played his old guitar as he listened at his knee. And in those days the wildwood flower was planted in my memory. I didn't know it way back then, but the roots were growing strong. I knew when I began to hear that sound in my favorite song. Flower needs is just a little seed planted in a patch of fertile ground and tended patiently. It took a long, long while, but now I know Daddy planted a little seed, hoping it would grow. Play the radio while driving in the car. Mother, Mabel, Doc, and Merle were picking their guitars. Daddy just sat back, waiting for the seeds to grow. And now on my own guitar, I'm echoing the radio. Flower needs is just a little seed planted in a patch of fertile ground and tended patiently. It took a long, long time, but now I know Daddy planted a little seed, hoping it would grow. Play it.
Actually,
well,
we did.
But I told her, Sherry, I said, well, I have a similar background. Well, actually, it was both my parents who were playing guitars and singing folk music back when I was a little kid. So this was going back to the 50s, and 50s, late 40s, 60s, whatever. So, and I learned then, actually, some of you know this old Martin was my mother's guitar. It's a 1958 018. And I said, well, your daddy was listening to the country songs, Maybelle, Doc, and Merle, but mine were a little different. They were listening to Pete Seeger, Woody Guthrie, Siskiyou, Houston, and Burl Ives. But it was basically the same thing, planting that seed in me, and here I am still playing 1,000 years later. Thank you.
You gotta tell them about this program. Let them come over here. We would enjoy those songs, I think.
Yeah. I'll tell them to maybe they can sign on.
Yeah, we'd be very happy to have them.
Yes, they live up in Macedon, New York, which is right near Rochester.
That's not a problem.
So
we have people from England and Ireland come right here, so Macedon, New York, should that be a problem?
Right. I'll bug them to do that.
Okay. Okay, and Doreen is anxiously waiting, so it's your turn now, Doreen. Unmute.
Hi, everyone. It's great to see you, Pat. We were all worried about you. Good to see you. Okay, I haven't sung this in a while. It's called Rain or Dine. You may all know it, I don't know, but here goes. One evening as I rambled amongst the springing time, I overheard a young woman conversing with Rain or Dine. Her hair was black and her eyes were blue, her lips as red as wine, and he smiled as he gazed upon her. Did that sly, bold Rain or Dine? She said, young man, be civil, my company forsake, for to my good opinion I fear you are a rake. He said, my dear, I am no rake, brought up in Venus' train, but I'm searching for concealment, all from the judge's men. Her ruby lips, her rosy cheeks, they lost their former dye, and she fell into his arms there, all on the mountain high. They hadn't kissed but once or twice, till she came to again, and so gently she asked him, pray tell to me your name. He said, if by chance you look for me, I fear you not be find. I'll be in my castle, inquire for Rain or Dine. Day and night and day, she followed him, his teeth did shine, and he led her o'er the mountain. Did that sly, bold Rain or Dine?
Nicely done. Good to hear you.
Thank you, Doreen.
I may have to leave early. We'll see. But let's keep going.
Thank you so much. Okay, and now, yes, it's my chance. I was talking last week, I think, with Ivan, who's not here this week, about a performer who also plays the auto harp, among other things, and lives actually the next town from him, a man by the name of Dan Schatz. And Dan Schatz, he is a Universalist Unitarian pastor for the big church there in Montgomery County, which is right outside of Philadelphia. This man, he's very talented. I mean, plays a lot of instruments. He writes songs. and he's done so much. He's even produced albums. One of them was I first got to actually to meet him at the picnic that Gene Ritchie used to run every year, and I got real friendly with him then. When we took over the Gene Ritchie picnic at the Borderline, and we had our yearly concert, he would come in. He would be a big part of it. So, in fact, he did actually 2 albums. One of them was about Gene Ritchie, a whole thing. The other one was a 2-set album about what was his name again? Utah Phillips, and it was actually nominated for a Grammy. And it was the same year that Loudon Wainwright was also nominated. And when they were sitting, they were the 2 finalists. They were sitting in the theater, for the Grammys, and looking at each other. They were good friends, see which one was going to win. And Loudon actually went up on stage, and Dan says, I was so thankful that Loudon Wainwright won, because as I looked down and my fly was open, if I had walked up on stage, I would have been a national embarrassment. So anyway, this is a song that Dan wrote. It's called Daylight Song. Though the evening has faded now, stars have come out with the night. Daylight song will sound in the dawn, all through the echoing skies. Chorus. Morning sun lights away, colors will lift up our eyes. Daylight song will sound in the dawn, all through the echoing skies. Hardships come to those who are gone. I'm starting again. Hardships come, those we love are gone. Comfort can be hard to find. Daylight song sounding in the dawn brings hope and peace to your mind. Morning sun lights away, color will lift up our eyes. Daylight song will sound in the dawn, all through the echoing skies. Hearts are made to endure the tears. Love heals the wounds of our souls. Daylight song, calling through the years, beckons to come and be whole. Morning sun lights away, colors will lift up our eyes. Daylight song will sound in the dawn, all through the echoing skies. Daylight Song by Dan Schatz. Okay, we've gone through the first round. Now we're about to start the second round. George, are you ready?
I am. Thank you very much.
Okay, so are we.
Okay.
Take it away. You have the floor. Everybody else, please mute.
Never let it be said that people who lived in previous centuries did not have a sense of humor. This song is called The Unfortunate Man, and it was published by Oliver Tidson in 1852. I first heard it when the Chad Mitchell Trio did it on one of their albums back in the 60s. There once was a lawyer they called Mr. Clay. He had but 2 clients and they wouldn't pay. At last of starvation he grew so afraid that he courted and married a wealthy old maid. At the wedding the lawyer made one big mistake. 'Twas not in omitting the wine or the cake. The ring was well chosen, they had a big feast. deed, but the lawyer did not get a warranty deed. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. That night in their chamber the lady arose and began to prepare to retire and repose. Her husband sat near her, admiring her charms that gave him such pleasure to hold in his arms. She went to the washstand to bathe her fair face, and thus she destroyed all her beauty and grace. The rose on her cheek quickly grew very faint, and he saw on the towel 'twas nothing but paint. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. She went to the mirror to take down her hair, and when she had done so, her scalp was all bare. Said she, "Don't be frightened to see my bald head. I'll put on my cap when I get into bed." She hung her false hair on the wall on a peg. Then she proceeded to take off her leg. Her trembling husband thought sure he would die when she asked him to come and take out her glass eye. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. Her husband was biting his quivering lips while she removed both her counterfeit hips. Just then her false nose clattered down to the floor, and the lawyer ran screaming right out of the door. Now all you young men who would marry for life, be sure to examine your intended wife. Remember the lawyer who trusted his eyes, and a little bit later got quite a surprise. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man. He's a very unfortunate, very unfortunate, very unfortunate man.
Do not disappoint.
That was beautiful. Thank
You.
you, George. Thank you. Okay, Harvey, are you ready?
Yeah, it seems like it's close enough for folk music.
Okay.
So I had a bunch of songs picked out as possibles. And of the three I have left, one's an old rock and roll song, one's an even older rock and roll song, and one's a torch song. Now I'm going to do the torch song. Now you say you're lonely, you cry the whole night through. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Now you say you're sorry for being so untrue. Well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Nearly drove me out of my head, while you never shed a tear. I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove it's true, well, you can cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. Nearly drove me out of my head, while you never shed a tear. I remember all that you said. Told me love was too plebeian, told me you were through with me, and now you say you love me. Well, just to prove that it's true, why don't you cry me a river, cry me a river. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you. I cried a river over you.
Good job. I always say I think that's the only song I know that uses the word plebeian.
Ah, wish you could have heard the fiddle back here.
And it rhymes it too.
Right. Thank you so much, Harvey. Okay, now, Maury, are you ready?
I hope so. Okay. All right. This, speaking of Cry Me a River, my song, my next song also has the word river, the river in it, in the title. It's Follow the River. Now, does anybody know where that song comes from? No? All right. I wouldn't expect that you did, unless you were a special fan of movie westerns, and particularly the ones with Jimmy Stewart playing the star role. That's from the western that he made in 1957, and it's about mainly about a train. The name of the movie is Night Passage. And the song "Follow the River," he sings it himself in that song, in that movie. The song was written by Dmitri Tiomkin. So, Jimmy Stewart did some singing, and he sang this song in that movie. Now, unlike today, I saw the movie in the movie theater, and as soon as I got out of the theater, that theme song was playing in my head, and I never forgot it. And that's why I say it's not like today. Today I could hear the movie 1,000 times in a movie, and then when I go out of the doors, it's gone. All right, but here's how this song goes. Okay. Follow the river knows the way. Come to me, I pray. I miss you more each day. Follow the river wherever you may be. Follow the river back to me. Sometimes I feel like I will jump for the moon and tell the sky up high. Does it matter how full is the moon if you've an empty heart? Bring back the great love, the love that once we knew. Make my dream come true, the dream I had with you. Follow the river wherever you may be. Follow the river back to me. And that's it, short but sweet.
I like old westerns too.
Yeah, so do I.
I think I remember it now. I think we first were together, and I think either the Lowe's 46 or the Lowe's Borough Park.
Right, yeah, it was one of those theaters,
Yeah,
yeah.
I remember.
But I don't remember which one.
Yeah, I do remember the song now. This is the
Yeah.
first time I heard it since then.
Right.
Okay, thanks for reminding me. Okay, now off to England. Mike.
Yeah, this is a song by the Irish Rovers. It's set in, strangely, it's set in Canada. Murray. Oh yes, yeah. Okay. Yeah, everyone's muted, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So deep in Canadian woods, we've met from one bright island flown. Great is the land we tread, but yet our hearts are with our own. And ere we leave the shanty small, while fades the autumn day, we'll toast old Ireland, dear old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! Oh, Ireland boys, hooray! Ireland boys, hooray! We'll toast old Ireland, dear old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! We've heard her faults 100 times, the new ones and the old, in songs and stories, rants and rhymes, enlarged some 50-fold. But take them all, the great and small, and this is what we'll say. Here's good old Ireland, loved old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! Oh, Ireland boys, hooray! Ireland boys, hooray! We'll toast old Ireland, dear old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! We know both brave and good men try to snap her rusty chains. Though patriots grieve and martyrs died, some still stay in vain. And always know a glance will show how far they've won their way. Hooray for Ireland, God bless Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! Oh, Ireland boys, hooray! Ireland boys, hooray! We'll toast old Ireland, dear old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! Deep in Canadian woods we've met, and we never may see again. Old Ireland, where our hearts are set, and our loved ones do remain. But come fill up another cup, and with every sup we'll say, oh, here's to old Ireland, long live Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray! Oh, Ireland boys, hooray! Ireland boys, hooray! We'll toast old Ireland, dear old Ireland, Ireland boys, hooray!
Hooray!
Thank you, Mike. Thank you. From England to Arizona, Bob Winkler.
Here we go. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. What do we got going here? Oh, Murray. Just need you to mute there.
No.
Thank you. Okay. Just making my travel plans for winter. I'm going to try to be in Boynton Beach in February, hopefully. Talking to my cousin Emily, who I've known since I was 5, or I was 3 and she was 5. Hard to remember back that far, but I got pictures to prove it somewhere. Anyway, just last week I lost a very good friend. who's largely responsible for me being here in Arizona, being married to my beautiful wife Terry, and having my beautiful horses and all. And well, a friend passed in Connecticut, so I thought I would do this Diamond Rio song called "One More Day," which kind of speaks to that kind of loss. Actually, well, he does the way he wrote it. It's a lot more personal, but I thought it's more general loss. Anyway, he does it as a kind of country western song, and of course, I do it different, do everything different. But anyway, here she goes. One More Day by Diamond Rio. And this is in, what am I doing it in? Oh, D flat. It's for everybody that suffered a loss. Last night I had a crazy dream. A wish was granted just for me, could be for anything. Turn that down. I didn't ask for money or a mansion in Malibu. I simply wished for one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset. Maybe I'd be satisfied. Then again, I know what I would do. Leave me wishing still one more day with you. One more day. First thing I do is pray for time to crawl. Unplug the telephone and keep the TV off. Hold you every second, say a million I love yous. That's what I do with one more day with you. One more day, one more time, one more sunset. Maybe I'd be satisfied. But then again, I know what I would do. Leave me wishing still one more day with you. Leave me wishing still one more day. Leave me wishing still for one more day with you. One more Diamond Rio.
That's a heartbreaker.
Yeah.
Great style of doing songs like that. I love your style.
It's a lovely song.
Okay, and now we go to England. Tricia.
This is Where Ravens Feed, which I may have done here before, I can't remember. It's a Graham Miles song. I roam and ramble in lonely places, all in the coolness of the rain, o'er rolling hills and rugged mountains, o'er sandy heath and grassy plain. And should you ask, am I contented? I'd answer yes, oh yes indeed, for my love it is for lonely places, where springs leap down, where ravens feed. I seek and find these lonely places, where bounds the hare and deer run, o'er crags of grey and mossy boulders, shaded from the morning sun. And should you ask, am I at ease there? I'd answer yes, oh yes indeed. My heart it dwells in lonely places, where springs leap down, where ravens feed. I yearn and long. I keep getting funny noises. I'm sorry, I think someone's not muted. I keep hearing whistles and
Yeah, I'm not mute.
strange noises. I yearn and long for lonely places, where hunts the fox and badgers play, where midnight stars are at their brightest, where snow lies deep and mists are grey. And should you ask, am I at home there? I'd answer yes, oh yes indeed, for my love it is for lonely places, where springs leap down and ravens feed.
Nice song.
Nice.
Very nice.
I kept getting whistling noises and really weird feedback noises all the way through that, so I apologise for the rubbish performance.
No,
It was not rubbish. Nothing that
you
you
always sing beautifully, Trisha, and you have such
Yeah, no, I like your singing.
beautiful songs too.
Nobody does rubbish over here.
I love hearing you sing. Well, the song that I was planning to sing today, this time, by coincidence, Debbie and Ron, is by Joe LeMay, the other half of that singing team that you mentioned, and I agree with everything you said about their work, which is beautiful. So this is by Joe LeMay, and it's the title of the song is "A Silent Lonesome Sound," but it has the most wonderful hook, if that's the word. There's a sound your heart makes when it breaks. I think that should be the title. You're on the road, it's late at night, you're all alone, and it's so darn quiet, but there's a sound your heart makes when it breaks. On the radio, in the old hotel, you hear the song that he loved so well, and there's a sound your heart makes when it breaks. Like a shooting star that lights up the night and falls to pieces on the ground. He broke your heart and you fell apart into a silent, lonesome sound. A dusty book, old photographs, you see his smile, you can almost hear him laugh, and there's a sound your heart makes when it breaks. Like a shooting star that lights up the night and falls to pieces on the ground. He broke your heart, you fell apart into a silent, lonesome sound. You're on the road, it's late at night, you're all alone, and it's so darn quiet, but there's a sound your heart makes when it breaks. There's a sound your heart makes when it breaks.
That's brilliant.
Very powerful.
You're me.
Thank you, Robbie. And now, Robin Susan. And also, you don't have to turn off the air conditioner today.
Right.
Well, we talking about Tom Paxton before we all got started today, so we'll do a little Tom Paxton for you. As my aching head is begging for a sleep that will not come, I rise and walk the morning streets again. I keep wondering how you're doing, and I wonder where you are. No, I'll be alright, don't know when. Hold on to me, babe, wherever you may be. Hold on to me, babe, I'm with you always. There's something locked inside you, like a secret burning pain, in a prison where you would not let me go. I was sure to find an answer till I woke and found you gone. Now just what it was, I guess I'll never know. Hold on to me, babe, wherever you may be. Hold on to me, babe, I'm with you always. I keep hanging on to something, but I don't know what it is. At least I know the sound of my own name. And I work as hard as ever, and I see the same old friends. There's something deep inside that ain't the same. Hold on to me, babe, wherever you may be. Hold on to me, babe, I'm with you always. As my aching head is begging for sleep that will not come, I rise and walk the morning streets again. I keep wondering how you're doing, and I wonder where you are. I know I'll be alright, but I don't know when. Hold on to me, babe, wherever you may be. Hold on to me, babe, I'm with you always. Hold on to me, babes, wherever you may be. Hold on to me, babe, I'm with you always.
Beautiful. Got one more, Bob.
Well, when I sang the song before of my own there, I was talking about having an old guitar and friends to get through difficult times. Well, this song I wrote quite a while back. It's all about friends. I'll start off with the chorus. It goes like this. Friends, friends, who needs friends? We all do until the end. Where you put the love you'd like to spend, well, tell you people, it all depends on people like you, my friends. Friends you need when you are down, and friends who need yourself around. Friends I tell my secrets to, and friends who need an ear or two. Friends that help my mind to grow, and friends that make my spirit flow. Friends to take my heart in flight, friends who make me feel alright. Friends, friends, who needs friends? We all do, till the end. Where you put the love you'd like to send, well, I tell you people, it all depends on people like you, my friends. Friends are hard to find, they say, and friends of worth are here to stay. Friends are rich and friends are poor, friends will open up their door. Friends are small and friends grown up, friends are soft and friends are tough. Friends for moments, friends for life, friends forever, wrong or right. Friends, friends, who needs friends? We all do, till the end. Where you put the love you'd like to send, well, I tell you people, it all depends on people like you, my friends. Friends from here and friends from far, friends with which you wish a star. Friends from there and friends from home, friends you haven't even known. Friends who come and friends who've gone, friends who stayed to stand the storm. Friends who cry and friends who smile, friends who walk that long last mile. Friends, friends, oh, who needs friends? we all do, till the end. Where you put the love you'd like to send, well, I tell you people, it all depends on people like you, my friends. You're all my friends.
Thank you, Susan and Bob. Okay, now we go to Lonnie.
If Mary were here.
I would not be so stoned if my Mary was here. And I don't think I'd phone you if my Mary was here. I'm a sad sack of Galahad with a sword around his knees, the grail no longer holy, and a prayer that's saying please. I would not be alone if my Mary was here, but she took off, and Lord, I'm lost. And I don't think I'd be drinking if my Mary was here. And I know what I'd be thinking if my Mary was here. We'd be wrapping up a blanket full of cheddar cheese and wine, and packing up our camper with the rendezvous in mind. Then we'd picnic out in Lincoln Park if Mary was here, but she split, so I got lit. Sorry that I called you in the middle of the night, but you're the one who listens when I need a little light. I know we haven't talked since I dropped you in the dirt. I know you're not my lady now, but baby, how I hurt. I would toss away my troubles when my Mary was here, but I'm lost inside the rubble, 'cause my Mary's not here. So could I come on over with my heart in my hand and place it on your pillow like a rusty old tin can? I'm drunk and seeing double, and my Mary's not here once again. Be the friend that you've been, and take me in.
Very nice, Lonnie.
Great song. Thank you, Lonnie. Now back to England, Kathleen.
Okay. We've such a lot of lovely songs today, haven't we? I love the song that Ronnie sang. It's lovely. Right. Not only is it cold here, we've got this storm Bert going on at the moment, and you might hear it, but I keep on getting bangs on my window. There's something banging out there, and I've looked out. I can't see what it is, but it's every time we get a gust, I get a bang. So I can hear a bang. That's what it is. So I'm doing Kate Wolf's song called "Safe at Harbour." And it's one that Robbie was saying about changing the title. I feel like the title of this ought to be "Riding Out the Storm," but it's not. It's called "Safe at Harbour." which I thought went with the stormy weather today. Here I stand alone again, reaching out across the room. Quietly the sun's gone down, sailors seek the harbour. Look at us sailing in, decks awash but still afloat. And now the winds come up to rock us on the water, riding out the storm like a ship safe at harbour, waiting out the long voyage round the Cape of Hope will take her. In the calm before the storm, sunny days and smoother waters, when we hit the seventh wave, we found our line and caught her. Look into my eyes, let me see where you've been sailing. Like you I felt the storm and heard the white waves wailing, riding out the storm like a ship safe at her anchor, waiting out the long voyage round the Cape of Hope will take her. Sorry. Steer clear of the shore, the road coast is rough and rocky. It's the deepest channel that runs most true, the brightest stars that mark her. Steady as she goes, there's no turning back for sailors. With the ship on course and the wind sea wind fair, there's no need to fail her. Riding out the storm like a ship safe at anchor, waiting out the long voyage when the Cape of Hope will take her. Riding out the storm like a ship safe at anchor, waiting out the long voyage when the Cape of Hope will take her.
Thank you, Kathleen. And now to Debbie and Ron.
Okay, I recall that you said that it sounded as though we'd been practicing, but that's something of a misnomer.
No.
Here's one that I decided to do, and Deb says, "Oh, I sing that," and I said, "Well, I'm going to sing it now, so who knows." We were going to do Silent Lonesome Sound,
but Robbie beat us to it. But it's wonderful, whoever does it. Wait a minute.
When I was a child, my family would travel down to western Kentucky, where my parents were born. There's a backwoods old town that's often remembered, so many times in my memories are worn.
Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Great River,
where paradise lay? Well, I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Oh, Bob Gell, this isn't B. Well, sometimes we travel right down the Green River to the abandoned old prison on Adrian Hill, where the air smells like snakes and we shoot with our
pistols, but empty pop bottles was all we could kill.
Oh, Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. And the whole company came with the world's largest shovel and tortured the timber and stripped all the land.
Well,
They dug for their coal till the land was forsaken. Then they wrote it all down to the progress of man. Well, Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? I'm sorry, my son, but you're too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's old train has hauled it away. When I die, let my ashes float down the Green River. Let my soul roll on up to the Rochester Dam. I'll be halfway to heaven with paradise waiting, just 5 miles away from wherever I am. Well, Daddy, won't you take me back to Muhlenberg County, down by the Green River where paradise lay? Oh, I'm sorry, my son, but it's too late in asking. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away. Mr. Peabody's coal train has hauled it away.
Thank you.
Thank you, John Prine.
Yeah, I think that was the first John Prine song I learned, but anyway, and it was written in 1971, and it's still the same today, unfortunately. Okay, so now what am I going to do? All right. Practice.
Now here's one that we have practiced. So
Right, because we just sang it the other night.
Trying to make excuses for if when, but this is one that we used to do in another key, and I had something real nice worked out for it. And then Debbie's voice changed, and we had to go to a lower key, which it's one of those situations where it depends on how you look at it. One door closes, another opens, and I guess that'll be up to you to decide, because if you can remember the way you
I
used
just
to
like
do
to
it.
torture him. I did it on purpose just to get you.
Well, I wasn't going to say that, but
All right, so this is an old Irish song, first found in Irish country songs, published in 1909, and
It was in the month of January, all in the frost and
as you want. Then he'll go away and leave you for some other So come all you pretty fair young maids, a warning take by me, and never try and build your nest on the top of any tall tree. For the green leaves they will wither, and the roots they will decay, and the rushes of the false young man will soon all fade away.
OMG, that was
Wow.
fantastic. Thank you. Love that song. Put it to the list.
Thank you. Okay, Doreen. We got it.
Great, Debbie and Ron, great. Doreen, are you ready?
And I have to go soon. So, okay, so 1st of September I had a granddaughter born, and so we watched the 2-year-old, and we sang so many songs you have no idea. One of my favorites was No, 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 because he's 2. And we sang Splish Splash, you name it. Anyway, but this is he was singing at the time Doe a Deer, but now he's singing from Oliver, Consider Yourself. So I have to learn this song before Thanksgiving, so here goes. You can all sing this with me, Consider yourself, wait, look a little lower. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself a part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares whatever we've got to share? Nobody tries to be la-di-da and uppity. There's a cup of tea for all. Only it's wise to be handy with a rolling pin when the landlord comes to call. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss, for after some consideration we can state, consider yourself one of us.
I knew it all.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I have to go. It's a wonderful holiday. So sorry.
Thank you, Doreen.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much. Okay. So, the usual thing. I will do the penultimate, and George, you ready to do the ultimate?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, next week, same link, and we hope everybody will be here, including Pat. I'm sure you enjoyed the music today, and we'll try to make you better fast so you can perform with us again. Okay. Not all the Irish songs you hear were written in Ireland. Some of them were written right here in the good old USA. And not all the authors were Irish either. Now, this particular song was written by two people, Gene Schwartz and William Jerome. Don't sound very Irish to me. But anyway, here it goes. Molly dear, now did you hear the news that's going round? Down in the corner of my heart, a love is what I found, and every time I gaze into your Irish eyes so blue, they seem to whisper, darling boy, my love is all for you. Sing along. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Coosley dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you're near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come dear now, don't be slow, change your name, go out with game, begorra wouldn't I do the same, my Irish Molly, oh. Molly dear, now did you hear, I furnished up the flat, three little cozy rooms of bash, and welcome on the mat, it's £5 down and 2 a week, we'll soon be out of debt. It's all complete except they haven't bought the cradle yet. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Coosley dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you're near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come dear now, don't be slow, change your name, go out with game, begorra, wouldn't I do the same, my Irish Molly, oh. Molly dear, and did you hear what all the neighbors say about the 100 sovereigns you have safely stowed away? They say that's why I love you, but Molly, that's a shame. If you had only 99, I'd love you just the same. Oh, Molly, my Irish Molly, my sweet Coosley dear, I'm fairly off my trolley, my Irish Molly, when you're near. Springtime, you know is ring time. Come dear now, don't be slow. Change your name, go out with game. Begorra, wouldn't I do the same? My Irish Molly, oh. Okay, thank you. And now, George, take us out.
Thank you, Murray. I'd like to close with a bit of bluegrass. This is called Dooley. It was done by a group called the Dillards on their 1964 album. Dillard's Front Porch Bluegrass was the name of the album, and the song is called Dooley. I'm going to play it in D. If you know it, please play along. Below the mill, Dooley had 2 daughters and a 40-gallon still. One gal washed the boiler, the other watched the spout, and Mama corked the bottles, and old Dooley fetched 'em out. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley tried to make $1. Dooley, give me a swaller and I'll pay back someday. Slipping through the woods, Dooley kept behind them all and never lost his goods. Dooley was a trader, when into town he'd come, sugar by the bushel and molasses by the drum. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley try to make $1. Dooley, give me a swaller and I'll pay back someday. I remember very well died. The women folk weren't sorry, and the men stood round and cried. Now Dooley's on the mountain, he lies there all alone. They put a jug beside him and a barrel full of stone. Dooley slipping up the holler, Dooley trying to make a dollar. Dooley, give me a swaller and I'll pay you back someday. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, George.
Thank you all for showing up this week. As I mentioned, some people came this close to not having the show. I had to beg the internet company Friday to get here before my Sabbath, otherwise we would have had a major problem. And thank God everything went good, and I'm sure Pat was entertained today, right? I can tell she's happy. And next week, the same link again. This was the first of 7. Okay, so week 1 of 7. We'll see you again next week, same time, same station, and have a happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Enjoy
Happy
that
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving to everybody.
So long, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving.
Okay, enjoy the
Take
turkey.
care.
Happy
We'll see you all
Thanksgiving.
next
I'm
week.
grateful
God
for you
willing.
all.
Yes, me too. Great to see everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye,
Bye.
bye-bye. Goodbye,
Take care.
goodbye. Goodbye. Okay, toodaloo.